the side, ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired? You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Set, ready, 8, read.
54, right, 54, and watch your leg. No.
Hey, foxtrot.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Check 26.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 552. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, Mike 52. Watch the screen.
Now.
From the gun, Owens. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Big stop. Let's go. 52's the mark.
Smooth.
Crunch time, defense.
Back to throw. Owens. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 43.
Protein spill.
57. Mike, 57. Switch. 49. Check 49.
Operating from the gun. Owens going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he... Gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And some room to maneuver. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. 84 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title battle. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Go, go.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Nice, sweetheart. Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Ready up.
Switch up.
Greystone, travel.
Check 37.
Hey, orbit. Put up. 5.
To throw on 3rd down. Owens, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, exit.
Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Hey, Delta.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Check 15, check 15.
6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Hey, echo.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Now Johnson, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down, San Francisco.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
80 weapons.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Exit, exit. Slam, slam.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
On the double.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Hey, Charlie.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go.
Ready.
Come again.
Lee Griffin.
From the gun, Owens. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think there's still a long way to go in this football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Bravo.
Mike 52, Mike 52. All right, D, let's try. All right, D.
Operating from the gun, Owens. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lorenzo Carter providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Quincy Wilson with the INT. The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I don't think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones, operating from the gun. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Look at me, zipper.
56, right there.
Ready?
Here's Jones throwing on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Now the ball comes loose and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check, check. Ball.
To throw on second down, Owens. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
52. Check right. Sponge. No.
On third down, Owens. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Jones on 1st and 10. Got a man open. It's Ross. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the safety creep.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check Mike 57. I got one.
From the gun, Owens. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second and 15. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On first down, Jones. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The first down carry here for Johnson. A gain of 3, second down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the Giants' 30-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Being chased out left. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on third down. Owens. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
56. Go.
From the gun on third down, Jones. Nowhere to to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Owens. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Delta!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Let's go. 10-2 soft.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when the call came in, zone read, go to your left, I don't think the offense saw the play ending up quite the way that it did. The one thing you always have to keep in mind, when you run the zone read, if it doesn't go well, you lose yardage. Exactly what we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Whoa, shifty. Whoa. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Ready to get this next drive started. The New York offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Johnson running right. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Owens. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And Barkley did not get there. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
On the
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Hey, high 7.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, wahoo!
You ain't going nowhere. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. In your face. Kill.
Protein spill.
Shit.
Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 4. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Jones now on 1st down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Barkley. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
218, chopper.
Now Jones to throw from his end zone. Open man is lost, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right at the 35. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Owens under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch twist.
Five.
Mike 52. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No. Check that. We got Mike.
Rock it.
Watch the pass.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Owens. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, You are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's get off the field. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Hey, Sam on.
SOS.
Hey!
On 4th down, Owens. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Saquon Barkley running right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. This is taken around the 12. They're not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, foxtrot.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Blue Dan. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I got it. Hey, watch it.
Look at me. Go.
Motion.
On the ball. 5.
Throwing again. Owens. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
52's the mic, boy. 52.
Hey.
My 52.
Throwing on 1st down. Owens. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Mike 52. Watch the curl. Hey, Mike 52.
Hey, orbit.
You better break.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Owens. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Owens, he's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Owens. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.